Welcome to Big Blend Radio's California Sequoia Country show, home to Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Parks, Giant Sequoia National Monument and Sequoia National Forest, and the charming historic agricultural communities that make up Tulare County. Welcome, everyone. We are talking about what there is to do in Tulare County and Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Parks and other parks throughout the region of Tulare County. We're going to talk about November and get into the holiday season as well, because you know what, a lot of events and holiday shopping happens in November, and I think we should all get started right now before the craziness happens. So let's have some fun. I do want to remind you all that these shows are pre-recorded, and as of now, the government shutdown is still happening. But when this airs, it may be open. So some of the things we'll be talking about, we'll let you know if it really is all depending on some of the events and activities we talk about. But first, I want to bring Suzanne Bianco back on the show. She is from Visit Visalia, and you can go to visitvisalia.com. And welcome back, Suzanne. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you doing?
Doing good. Are you feeling cooler weather at all in Visalia, the county seat?
Cooler weather. Well, today happens to be a little bit warmer. We're in that period of time where the weather kind of does a roller coaster. So
Yeah.
it is still really beautiful out right now. And up in the parks is gorgeous. Daniel probably confirmed that. Just the right weather. And we had some recent snow. So there's a little bit of that on the higher elevations. So it's a really perfect time of year.
I'm glad you're here. And everyone, I want to remind you to go to discoverthesequoias.com. That is the main website for the Sequoia Tourism Council. We do these shows, every first Thursday of the month. And I'm going to bring Dawnette Silva Carter back on the show. She is the executive director of Tulare Chamber of Commerce. And so when we talk about Tulare, Visalia is the county seat, but Tulare is also a hub known for agriculture, having the county fairgrounds and the World Ag Expo. But I know that today Dawnette can't wait, and this is why she's especially on for the November show, because it's shopping season, right, Dawnette?
It is definitely shopping
boy.
season. The height of shopping season through the year, of course, is always going to be these couple of months. But for me, it's any day, 365 days a year. I'm a shopper, so I love to get out and about and look for great treasures and finds. And so, yeah, I'm going to look forward to zeroing in on some shopping options that are in the area and also some fun activities coming up for the holiday season.
Awesome. I know you love to go to the events too for shopping. So that's another whole way. So we'll talk about that. We have Alida Verduzco back on the show as well. She is from Tulare County itself. And she's always got new websites and apps. And listen, everything is linked in the episode notes. So check it all out there. It's much easier to just click for, if you want to go to Tulare, go to tularechamber.org. Alida, she's always talking about this awesome site. It is discovertularecounty.com. And there's an app through there that you can go explore all kinds of good things like our parks and food, and also a new site for the parks of Tulare County, which is tularecountyparks.org. So Alida, welcome back.
Thank you so much, Lisa. So happy to be back. We have a big region full of adventure, full of big ag, full of places to eat, places to adventure, and we can't wait to tell you more about it today.
No, you're going to be talking food again. This is dangerous. We're getting towards the dinner hour here. So, yeah, I know you're going to make me hungry because we'll talk about tacos again. And that's just, one of the things you must do after a good hike up in Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Parks. And today we have Daniel Hecker joining us from the Sequoia Parks Conservancy. You can go to sequoiaparks.org. I'll get it right. And the Conservancy is really, really awesome. They're like the fundraising arm of the national parks for Sequoia and Kings Canyon. They have wonderful gifts. I know we're going to get into that, but they also run a number of activities and help with things like the Dark Sky Festival that happens every September. But yeah, welcome to the show, Daniel. How are you?
I'm well, Lisa. Thanks for having me. The screen behind me is a picture that I took this morning. I was up in the mountains where there is still snow there, and it's fantastic and beautiful. And just wanted to let people know that the park is still open. The Conservancy, we're still doing programs, astronomy, hikes, all those sort of things.
That's awesome. Now, this is a very important question. You're hiking up there and being in snow. Do you want a taco?
I would eat anything, but a taco sounds great. I didn't realize this was a video. I thought it was just audio, and so I'm wearing my hat to hide that I haven't showered for a few days.
He's been out backpacking in the backcountry, right? So
That's right.
so yeah. So does the Sequoia Parks Conservancy get involved with that when people want to go on, like, into the wilderness?
Yeah, we help in different ways. I mean, the main way that we do it is we do guided hikes right around in the giant forest. It's a beautiful time right now. Fall, the crowds are less busy. You get more time in solitude with the trees, and the weather starts changing. And so you get a little bit more either rain or snow, depending upon the season. And it's a really fantastic time.
Well, I'm getting a lot of emails and calls about, hey, should we go into parks or not, because of the shutdown? And obviously, we know that a lot of rangers are on duty right now. And again, people, this could have changed a little bit depending on when the shutdown stops. And we open back up. So, any tips for people going into the parks? I think number one, I would say, since the ranger programs and things like that are, closed, I think the visitor centers are closed, right? Is to work with the Sequoia Parks Conservancy and go on guided trips. And I just want to personally say, take your trash out, help out that way, right? Can I say
Yeah,
that?
yeah, absolutely. I think the best way is to be more prepared before you get into the park. Most parks have limited cell service and Wi-Fi, and so do your research before you get into the parks. Download the park maps; they're available online. Kind of do your research about trails that you might like to go on. But the campgrounds are still open, the parks are still open, the bathrooms are still open. Just do your part to make sure that everything you leave it better than you found it.
Yeah, I agree. Now let's go back up to Visalia. I know that you have a lot of events happening, Suzanne, in Visalia, and you have a special weekend getaway coming up. Tell us about that. And the link for that is in the episode notes too.
Well, just looking at some of the upcoming holiday events that people can really get into the holiday spirit around our whole county, we have the holiday market at Sequoia Oaks Preserve that's happening the week of December 5th through the 7th. There's a lot of other events that you can piggyback onto that for a long weekend of fun holiday festivities and shopping done at all of these places. We're offering a special hotel package for visitors that stay and want to go to the holiday market. So they can book a hotel at one of the Visalia participating properties and get 2 free tickets to the holiday market and the date of their choice. And if they are here for the weekend, they can go to the Christmas at the Plaza in downtown Visalia. There are other events across the county that people can participate in and really get that feeling for a holiday. I'm going to call it kind of a Hallmark movie moment. These communities are so nice. They're getting all festively decorated with lights in their downtown, and it's just a charming time to come and explore.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, and I know the hotels you can just walk out of them, some of them, and you're right in the heart of the downtown.
Yeah. So the holiday market is along the lines of the European holiday markets that you see, but it's going to be held at the beautiful Sequoia Oaks Preserve, just on the edge of town here. So it'll be a really fun, holiday event with all sorts of vendors and things to see and do while they're there, and great way to make some new holiday family memories.
I love that. I love that. Now, don't you have an event that it's like wine infused? I know we're talking tacos, but wine is right there and maybe more important.
That's all these
at
down
time.
for it. Yeah. So downtown Visalia loves to have their little walking tours. One of them is the holiday winter winderland. It's really hard to say that word, but it's an evening event where you can walk through the downtown and you get a sip of wine here and a sip of wine there, and just meander through our downtown, visiting all the different shops and restaurants and getting a taste of a variety of wines in the evening. So it's also there's carolers and music, and it's a real festive atmosphere.
Awesome. Awesome. Donette, shopping, this is big because, we've got events, and I love the events, right? Because we
Right.
can actually support small businesses, people making handicrafts and ornaments and, artists and artisans. But I know that, Tulare, you've got the outlets, and I know a lot of people make a beeline for those outlets, like off of Highway 99, right?
Absolutely. It's very convenient to get to. We also have it in an area where there are a lot of hotels centered there too. So it makes it nice and convenient to come if you're going to go up to the Sequoias, hang out at the outlets. We have great shopping there, more stores than you'll probably get around to, although I try, and some great restaurants that are there. And of course, we have a fantastic, really upscale theater experience there at Galaxy Theater. So you can come in and, do your shopping there or come into our downtown area. We have a lot of new features in downtown Tulare. We've got a new wine bar. We have, which is Baron's Table. We have the Tap Yard, and we have other experiences there. If you really want to go to France, but you don't want to take the flight, you'll want to go to Eden Cafe for your eating pleasure. They have a fabulous coffee bar. Mark and Mimi are from France. Every menu item is truly authentic, and it's a wonderful experience. And don't be in a hurry. Come in to put your feet up and relax in between going to all of these events and activities and doing all of the shopping. But yeah, we definitely have various different opportunities for shopping. And I want to mention also, as Suzanne's talking about, we have all of these different types of activities where you can get handcrafted items, so many vendor fairs throughout Tulare County. They've already started. So some of them were Christmas in October. So we have a lot of activities to go to. They'll be running all the way up to Christmas, it looks like, as I look at the schedule. So you can find yourself in any given community, probably 2 days on every single weekend up to the holiday, that you can go out and you can do some shopping and look at the craft work of some amazing people that we have in our community. Arts and crafts are just bountiful here, we should say, in addition, of course, to all of the food that we grow in the area where we feed the world. So we want to mention that too, because you might want to visit some of our shops that are focused on locally grown types of items or locally made items. So you have Rosa Brothers Milk Company. Their store actually carries a lot of local products in addition to the milk that they make there, and their own ice cream, which is fabulous. You go over to see our friends in Porterville, because I'm going to share a little bit about other areas of our region. Stafford's Chocolates, of course, is the place to go and get
Gooey
your
gooey
holiday.
bars.
Yes, ooey gooey bars. I wish I should have had one on here just to show you. I'll do
That
that
would be
next time.
cruel. That
I
would
know,
be cruel.
sorry. Maybe we'll ship you one in advance.
Please do.
So anyway, we have all of those different kinds of experiences. There's also Plano Jerky over in Porterville. So I want to mention a shout out to them as well, because a lot of local products, again, and the best beef jerky in the world as far as I'm concerned. So many different places to do shopping, many different eateries. Tulare itself is its own multicultural experience. I mean, you're going to get your French food, you're going to get your American food, you're going to get your Mexican food. We have Portuguese food. We have all different types of eateries for you to go to while you're also here and visiting. And of course, all of that shopping and fun. And I do want to mention couple of one new thing and one returning item that just continues to grow. We have our Zumwalt Park, which has been recently remodeled right in the heart of downtown Tulare. And so one of the exciting new activities there will be this true holiday extravaganza experience. It kicks off with our downtown holiday parade that we're going to have. And then from the 4th through the 7th of December, we will have in the park. It's going to be taken over by Santa and Mrs. Claus and their entire village. We are super excited about this. This is going to be fun because there are various different experiences for people to have when they go into the park. It'll be all lit up. We have this massive new tree that's been purchased. The kids will get to visit with Santa. They'll get to hear Mrs. Claus read books, and there will be vendors. So there will be all kinds of shopping experiences as well as dining experiences. And then the following week, we have our Tulare County Sheriff's Office with their explorers that do a great winter wonderland here at our Tulare County Fair. And it's a drive-through experience. You see all of the lights that they have, and it is millions and millions of lights that are there, and beautiful displays, and they'll also have food available. So I just want to say that in our county, when it comes to the holiday season, we really know how to do it up right. So starting with November, December, wherever you're going to go, you're going to see so many different activities. And if you like to go to galas, we've got those too. And we always welcome our out of town guests to join us at something like Festival of Trees. Come put on your best gala type outfits and let's come out and have a really good time and look at amazing Christmas trees that are all decorated for the holiday season. So there's more than we can ever express in a short period of time. So
That's why we have a show every month, because it's never ending. So Alita, I think Donette was giving you a run for your food there.
Definitely. It sounds like it.
Yeah, tell us a little bit. I want to get to the parks too, but the food part of it, I mean, Tulare County grows all these. I know you want to talk about Three Rivers, but to piggyback off of Donette, I want to give it a shout out to Stafford's, which is also the owner of Reimers, which is an institution in Three Rivers. It's really known for its ice cream and they do fudge and everything, but it's like you drive right out of the Sequoia National Park and you can go get your stolen bread there, I believe. So maybe they'll have it at that holiday market too. So that would be cool. But
Most
yeah,
definitely.
tell us a little bit about what's going on in Three Rivers, because it's amplifying in food.
Definitely, there's a lot going on, and to add on to what Donette was saying, on the way to Three Rivers, you could also detour to Dinuba and go to Barrio Oil, where they're growing their own olive trees here in Tulare County. I think there's so much that's grown here that you can taste. You might not know it. In Terrebonne, there's certain pistachios, and you might buy those at the store. You might even buy those at Costco as you're getting your supplies to go up to Three Rivers. Once you make it to Three Rivers, we also have a lot of other local businesses there serving up yogurt, coffee. We have Sierra Subs, which is world renowned. Reimers is there also bringing Staffords to Three Rivers. So the Ooey Gooey bar should be in Three Rivers as well. So that's good news to everybody who loves that bar or any of their other delicacies. They're already in Three Rivers as well now that they've taken ownership of Reimers. So that's really exciting. One of the biggest developments in Three Rivers has been the launch of Tony's Taverna. Tony and Maritza Canaras moved from Southern California to Three Rivers at about the time that the pandemic hit, and they launched Tony's Taverna on Wheels. It's been a very successful food truck, going up to the Sequoias and in Three Rivers, and it's really become beloved. But they had a dream, and they wanted to overhaul the We Three Bakery that also was a beloved business in Three Rivers. I didn't personally get to go there, but I know, Lisa, you've been there before. So they purchased the property, and they thought of making it a mini Santorini right in Three Rivers, and they succeeded. A couple of weeks back, they hosted their grand opening, and for those who visited and for those who will visit, you're in for a treat. They've made it a mini Greece, and that's by design. Tony Canaras is from Greece, and he's serving up his homegrown, favorites at the table. There's a very expert craft bar designed for folks with beer and mixed drinks and cocktails for those who want to visit and stay a while. They're open 7 days a week, and they're serving Mediterranean fare throughout the week for lunch and dinner, but breakfast is all American. Breakfast is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with a brunch offering. For those who want to visit, they are on Facebook. Just search Tony's Taverna, and all the information will populate for that restaurant. And Tony and Maritza can't wait to receive more guests up there, so we hope that people will explore them. And Lisa, when you're in the area, please let us know so we can connect you. They would love to have you as well.
I want to go see if they have ouzo. I haven't had
Okay.
ouzo since I was in Cape Town, and that was a long time ago. Anyway, I'm a champion ouzo
Definitely.
sipper.
Yeah, stop by and
Long
and
time
the fun
ago.
doesn't stop there. We have the Discover Tulare County app which works really cohesively with the Discover the Sequoias website and also the Discover the Sequoia Tourism Council effort. What we did with the Discover Tulare County app is that we're plotting multiple points of interest in there. It's what we did with the taco trail earlier in the year. The point of that was to showcase a lot of our Mexican cuisine. We're trying to dream up a new campaign for the new year. Maybe it's a coffee trail, maybe it's a burger trail, maybe it's a Mediterranean trail. We're not sure yet what we're going to do. But earlier in the year, we plotted 25 top destinations for tacos in the county, and people showed up. They've been tasting tacos throughout the region from, Visalia, Tulare, Porterville, all of our 8 cities, and numerous unincorporated communities, all the way up to Springville. There's one taco truck in Springville that people can visit, and that's on the map as well. So we're also utilizing that to plot our county parks. We have 11 county parks, and Balch Park is our county-run park where people can really witness some of the biggest sequoias. They also have 2 fishing lakes at Balch Park. By about the time that people are listening to this, the campgrounds will have closed at Balch Park, but people could access a new website. They relaunched a whole new experience for folks to rent out arbors or get information about the parks. Balch Park happens to be 160 acres. It's a very, very large property. Meanders into the Mountain Home Demonstration Forest as well. And it's just one more way. And, I know Daniel can speak to that people can experience the giant sequoias in the southeastern area of the Sierra Nevada. And really, anywhere you enter Tulare County, it can be seen as a gateway to the sequoias. The whole county is a gateway, and all of our communities are ready to welcome folks and help lead them, guide them to experience this beautiful natural wonder that we have right in our backyard.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Balch Park, we were there a few years ago, and I mean, you'll see some of the iconic trees, the biggest, the tallest, those kinds of things. So, I think, no, I'm going to get it wrong. I think the Armstrong tree is in there. I think I went to the Armstrong tree there. You can actually walk through it, which is pretty cool. And so definitely a beautiful area.
There's a lot to see. And coming back to the different communities that you can enter the forest through, you could get up to Balch Park numerous ways, but one way is getting there through Porterville off of the 190. They're calling that the Mighty 190. That's something that they have as a bit of a marketing initiative to get people to come up that route. They would go through Porterville, Springville, and then hit Balch Park. And if they kept going without going to Balch Park, they might end up in the Trail of 100 Giants in the Sequoia National Forest, and they may come out through Ducor. And in Ducor, there's the Dutch Frontier, and that's an amazing fine dining establishment in Tulare County that folks can also enjoy. And then if they keep going back out to the 99, they might hit Rub and Smoke, a new barbecue spot right off of a gas station in Tipton. So there's a lot to see from the point that you get off of the 99 or off of the 65 or however you're getting to Tulare County. There's just a lot to see, a lot to experience, and definitely a lot to eat.
Is Tipton also home to Bravo Farms? Aren't they?
That would be Tulare. That would be
and there's like another one.
Traver is where you're
Traver. Oh, that's it. Traver.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, I know you. Well, she's got Donette at the outlets and Bravo Farms right there, and they're fantastic. I love their portobello burger. I still remember eating it. Like, that's crazy, but that just shows how good it is. So, Traver, I encourage people to go there, especially if you've got kids, and let them run crazy, and you can shop and eat cheese and eat more cheese and get local wines. It's fantastic there. Daniel, I think we need to go running in the park with you or something, because we're eating a whole bunch. Can you tell people some activities to look forward to? Obviously the trails that you were talking about, but especially through the Sequoia Parks Conservancy, as weather may change up with that white stuff.
Well, like I said earlier, I mean, the parks are still open, and I want everybody to be really clear about that, regardless of where things are with the government shutdown whenever this airs. I think it's important to know that people can come into the parks now. You can come in 24 hours a day. The entrance stations are open. So we want to really welcome everybody into the parks, and also just be prepared. There are lots of fantastic trails to go on. One that the Conservancy, we do a guided hike along, is called the Big Trees Trail, and you can book those reservations online through Sequoia Parks Conservancy. And it's a really nice hour and a half where we tell you how special these magnificent trees are and learn a little bit more about the ecology and park history. But there's also other things where we're doing astronomy programs. A lot of people haven't experienced a really, truly dark sky. And so enjoying the stars is another way that people can kind of connect with these wonderful places. But regardless of if you're coming to a trail or astronomy programs, we just encourage you to be prepared. This time of year, we do get the white stuff, and it's wonderful and a way to enjoy the sequoias in a completely different view. But we do want you to have chains in your vehicle so that you're ready if the white stuff does show up. And also just be prepared with where you want to go and have a little bit of planning, and you'll have a fantastic time. It's a time of year whenever there's fewer people and you can enjoy the space all to yourself.
And you could go snowshoeing, couldn't you, if you got a lot of snow?
Yeah. And actually, that's one of the things that we also do is we do guided hikes with snowshoes. We'll provide the snowshoes. So if those are things you're interested in, you can just book a private guided tour with us, and we'll do that. And as far as shopping goes, we do another way to support the parks is that we do have an online store where people can go to at Sequoia Parks Conservancy. November through the end of December, if you are a member of Sequoia Parks Conservancy, you actually get 25% off. So
Oh.
it's a good way to do some holiday shopping, and you're supporting the parks whenever you make a purchase, because all of our proceeds that we generate through these sales go back to supporting our parks.
Wow. Okay, I love that part. And the shopping, Dawnette, I saw she likes special deals, it looks like, huh? Yeah.
Hey, I have never met a sale I didn't like, so,
Uh,
I'm all
yeah.
about the discounts because then you could just, shop
Keep
a little
shopping.
longer. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
All right. So I want to go around to each of you and give us one of your favorite events in Tulare County over the season before that you are going to go to this year before January. One event, and I want to know what meal you're having to celebrate this new season. Okay. So a meal somewhere local that people can think of. All right. So we got food and we got an event. Okay. And if you want to throw an activity in, you can do whatever you want, but I want to make sure everyone knows in our audience of all these great things because it is impossible, but we're just going to try. So let's go to you, Suzanne. You want to start with an event, a must do anywhere in Tulare?
Well, this is the 100th anniversary of the Hike to the Nation's Christmas tree, and I think that's a wonderful thing to do. It's up in Kings Canyon at the Grant Grove to the General Grant tree, which is a living shrine to the men and women of the armed services. Every second Sunday of December, there is a wreath laying at the base of the tree, and one of the local communities does some sing along and some other things to make it a festive event. It happens every year, snow or no snow, whether they're open or not. The National Park Service gathers boughs from on the ground to make a gigantic wreath, a huge wreath that two national park rangers have to carry to lay at the base of the tree in honor of the men and women of the armed services. So that's an event that everyone should go, and especially if there's a veteran in your life, visit that tree anytime year round because it's always a shrine 365 days a year. But that one day in December when they do the leaf laying is really special. So if you have time to do that, I would strongly recommend that. And so what I would be eating, I would probably be drinking lots of hot chocolate because it'll be a little cool up there at that time of year.
All right. I like that. I like that. And everyone, mps.gov/SEKI is the website for the Park Service as well. Linked in the episode notes. Always check it before you go up. I know that is a ranger led, but Daniel said he'll do the wreath. And, he's one person. He's going to take the role of two, and he's going to be doing that wreath this year. But we'll see how things progress. In December, we'll have more updates too on our episode then. But yeah, let's go to you, Dawnette. What is a must-do event?
Well, I'm going to say it's the Winter Wonderland at our Tulare County Fairgrounds, although now we've got the new one in downtown Tulare also. So I probably am going to have two favorites, and I'm glad that they're a week apart so I can do both of those. But I love the wonder of Christmas, the lights, just the magical parts of what Christmas is all about, in addition to the religious piece of Christmas, of course, which is at the heart of why we celebrate that season. But I love to get out and about, and I love to experience all the magic that everybody puts out. So I'm excited to get to go to both of those events. And of course, our restaurants have wonderful holiday food that's out. So, you can't just choose one because you have to choose them all.
Here she's shopping again. See?
Yes, and you have to, you want to get all those cultural experiences
Yeah.
that all of our cultures have for the holiday season. And and I'm going to shop. So we know that that's going
I want one food thing though, just one food thing that you have to have. Yeah.
Well, two of the restaurants in our region have a very popular item that they offer during the holiday season, and they are a little different recipes, which is really cool. So you want to go to both and try them out. So one is here in Tulare at La Piazza. They have the stuffed pumpkins that they offer, and they are amazing. And then you can also go over to Visalia to the Vintage Press, and they have the stuffed pumpkins too, and they too are amazing. So if you're going to look for a holiday treat, you want to hit both of those restaurants for sure, just for that menu item alone. They are fabulous.
Awesome. What about you, Alita?
If you should find yourself in running mode in November, then you would be running alongside me at the City of Porterville's Veterans Day run right before their parade. It's one of the longest standing veteran parades in the nation, I believe. believe. And it's just such a good time to run a 5K, a 10K, or just make it a fun walk. It's a
It's
way
after those tacos she logged
it's
in,
after
right?
all of those tacos, exactly. So I think it's just a beautiful run. They have a military banner program. So this is a very patriotic community, just like the rest of Tulare County. So to honor our servicemen and women, this is a wonderful run to support in that way. So we invite you to come out November 11th. What does that fall in this year? I think it's a Tuesday this year. So
Yeah,
we'll see
it
you
is.
there bright and early, 7:30 a.m. Lace up those sneakers and come on out and check us out over there. And after the race, to reward myself, I'd go up the Mighty 190, Pure Point Bar and Grill in Camp Nelson. I want to sit there, have a cheeseburger, some jalapeno poppers, and maybe some hot cocoa and a slice of chocolate cake. Maybe I'll go for that 10K after all. So
Oh, wow. You
um,
go, girl. Get that chocolate cake in too. Everyone must eat
definitely.
cake.
Those
Yeah.
are some of my recommendations should you stop at Pure Point. It's amazing, an amazing kitchen. It's delightful, wonderful Western hospitality. For an activity, I have two. I'd like to go snowshoeing up there as well. They also have some snowshoeing experiences up the 190. I might make it to 1200 Giants, but I'd like to join Daniel again for one of their dark sky events. I was there earlier this year at the Dark Sky Festival, and I have to say that seeing the sequoias in that beautiful, majestic darkness is life changing. Honestly, it was a wonderful experience. So that's how I would line up my November. That's how I would kick it off. And if
Mm,
you can make it out to any of those activities or events, it'd be wonderful to have you.
awesome. I want cake now. All right. So, Daniel, we got to hear your events or activities and what are you eating?
Well, I would say all of our best activities are just getting up into the park and enjoying them. Take a private hike with one of our guides or book us for one of the adventures that we do on our website. Food-wise, I've been to Tony's last week for the first time. I enjoyed it. I don't know if they have ouzo, but they have 10 beers on tap. So that was
Okay.
really a welcome addition to our community. And then also down at Queox Preserve, the holiday market that Suzanne mentioned earlier. I'm really excited about that. It's a new initiative that the Sequoia River Lens Trust is doing, and I'm excited for it.
Wow. All right. So a lot of different opportunities for fun, holiday fun, and also patriotic observances, and to really celebrate those who have put their lives on the line for us all. So, and everybody talking about that next year, March, I think January through March is the Hero Appreciation Days in Three Rivers. So that's something to watch out for as well. Thank you, everyone, for joining us here on the show to keep everyone up to date on the parks, the forest, even we touched on a little bit, and then also what is happening in all the communities that make up Tulare County. Everyone, discoverthesequoias.com. We'll link you to everything. Check out the episode notes. And everyone, please go eat a taco for me. Thank you.
Please do.
And have a shot
All
of
right.
ouzo. Thank you for joining us here on Big Blend Radio's California Sequoia Country Show. New episodes air every first Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific Time. You can keep up with the show at bigblendradio.com, but also plan your Tulare County escape. Go to discoverthesequoias.com.